I saw it in theaters opening day, and spoiler free real quick, it is a fun movie and I would recommend you go see it. But with that being said, today I'm going to give a little bit of a shorter review than I usually do. But as always, there will be spoilers, so spoiler alert here. So now I'm going to tell you my expectations for this movie. I always go into movies usually with the lowest of expectations, except when it comes to the Monsterverse movies. I always usually have my expectations really high for those, so I'd say my expectations for this movie was about like 7.5. Now for the storyline, this movie starts and it shows that the Titans are still keeping the balance in the world. More Godzilla is going around defeating any Titans that are disrupting the world. And if you didn't see Godzilla vs. Kong, they discovered a place called Hollow Earth in that movie. It's basically a world underneath ours, and that's where the Titans are from. So Kong is in Hollow Earth right now and Godzilla's on the surface, and they're trying to keep them apart because if they see each other, they probably will want to fight each other. So they show the research team, there's researching Kong, and we have 4 main characters in this movie. Eileen, Gia, Bernie, and Trapper. Trapper is the only new main character in this movie. The other 3 were already introduced in Godzilla vs. Kong. So they realize there's a strange signal coming from Hollow Earth. So they go down there to investigate and realize that there's a civilization of people who live down in Hollow Earth. And Kong finds out that he isn't the last of his kind like everyone thought, including him. There's another tribe of Titan monkeys in Hollow Earth, and their leader is this big one that almost looks like a giant orangutan. His name is Scar King, and he's very evil. So when Kong gets there, for one, he can already tell he's outnumbered because Scar King rules over all the other Titan monkeys. Although he's just an evil leader. Like, I don't think the other monkeys actually like him. They're just scared to not be under, they're scared to question his authority. Well, anyway, Kong and Scar King have a little fight down in Hollow Earth, but Kong has to get away, he has to run away, because he finds out that Scar King is controlling another Titan called Shimo. Shimo is this gigantic beast who can shoot ice out of his mouth. He's even bigger than Godzilla. So Kong knows he needs help if he's gonna fight them, and Scar King wants to take over the surface world. So what happens is that Gia, who is actually spiritually connected to the Titans, long story, I'm not getting into that right now, but Gia is able to call Mothra to come help the other Titans. Long story once again, I'm not gonna get into it. But she's able to call Mothra, which is another character, another Titan from the Godzilla franchise. Well, Kong is gonna need more help than that. He goes up to the surface world to find Godzilla. Well, on sight, Godzilla just wants to attack him, so he does. Mothra has to come and stop Godzilla and be like, Like, Mothra and Godzilla have a telekinetic link. Mothra has to tell him, that's not the one you're supposed to be fighting. You're supposed to be fighting the other ones. So now it's super, super epic. Kong, Godzilla, and Mothra all go down to fight Scar King, Shimo, and the other monkeys. So this is where the final fight happens, and it goes from Hollow Earth, but then they're thrown into a portal that goes back to the regular world, and they end up in Rio. You may notice I've not been mentioning the human characters too much. I feel like their story isn't really here too much in this movie. It really is based a lot more around the Titans than the humans. They're just kind of here to narrate what's happening. I must feel like that. That's one of the flaws I feel this movie has, is that the human characters, their stories aren't very interesting. But maybe you'll have a different opinion, and if you do, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the movie. But anyway, back to the storyline. Their final fight goes to Rio, which is a very cool place to have a fight. And they're able to break the control that Scar King has over Shimo. It's not like Shimo's just helping him because he wants to. Scar King controls Shimo. So they're able to break that control, and Shimo, Godzilla, and Kong are able to team up and defeat Scar King, and the movie ends. This movie's very exciting. It is very fun. Like I said, I feel like the human characters, their stories aren't really here too much. flaws this movie has. Another one is I'm not a huge fan of Hollow Earth. I don't dislike it. I think it needs to be there in the story to explain where the Titans are from. But I'm not a huge fan of it, and I didn't realize like this entire movie was gonna take place in Hollow Earth. So those are the two flaws I see with this movie. Other than that, I would give it like a 7.9 out of 10. So almost half a point higher than my expectations. Sorry. I really do like this movie. It does have a lot of fun action, and it's very epic. Like, it has a very epic feeling. So I would recommend you go watch it. If you're watching this video now, it's still in theaters. Like I said, it barely came out a week ago, so I do recommend you go see it. And that is all I have for today. Little quick disclaimer before I finish the video. I'm gonna try and make all of my movie review videos a little bit shorter. I'm a person who writes a script, but a very, very loose one though. So sometimes I find myself just going on and on and on, and the video just becomes too long. So I'm gonna try and make my movie review videos no longer than like 11 minutes or 12 maybe. So with that being said, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. And I hope all of you enjoyed. I know I did. Until the next time, bye.